Now, as I am up here this morning at about 9:30, there are changes and things that are happening and new information that is coming to light that we obviously will not touch upon here. But FDA is working with other U.S. government partners, including CDC and other international partners, to closely monitor the COVID-19 outbreak, which was first identified in Wuhan City in Hubei province in China. The name COVID-19 was the official name given to it, I want to say February 19th when that occurred. The work at FDA in response to COVID-19 is multifaceted, focusing on actively facilitating efforts to diagnose, treat, prevent, and surveil medical product supply for potential shortages or disruptions, helping to mitigate such impacts as necessary. And certainly leveraging the depth and breadth of the full public health tools that we oversee to safely safeguard FDA-regulated products for American patients and consumers. FDA is not currently conducting inspections in China in response to the U.S. State Department's travel advisories not to travel to China due to the COVID-19 outbreak. There are a few other cities that are recently come to that no travel listing, and we'll continue to monitor the situation in not only in China but the other countries that have reported cases within regarding travel advisories. As I mentioned, about half of the work that my team does is in that international space. So we are truly a global organization. So any disruption to travel is going to be a disruption to operations. And I'll touch upon some of the actions and activities we are doing that will serve to mitigate, and once we come back up and running, to help ease back into our regulatory oversight. We'll certainly use tools that help to complement our inspections, including import screening, examination, sampling, and in cases when we absolutely can't get to and we have a reason to believe of contamination of product, use of import alerts. We'll rely on firms' previous compliance history and information that we gather from foreign governments, as well as using any mutual recognition agreements. At the time, we can rely on other tools that help us to give us comprehensive oversight of FDA-regulated products entering the country. This is part of the agency's overall risk-based approach to ensuring quality as well as compliance with applicable FDA regulations. It is important, and I stress important, to reiterate that inspections are just one of the many tools that the agencies use to help inform our risk-based strategy for imported products coming into the country. FDA standards for entering the U.S. market are the same as those produced domestically. We have not changed that bar. A wide variety of regulated products that are imported and coming from China, which makes it important for us to really have a cogent public health response to the situation. In response to COVID-19 outbreak, FDA will utilize as appropriate authorities that were granted in FDAIA, Food, Drug, and Safety Innovation Act, gave it in 2012, which gives the FDA the authority to request records in advance or in lieu of inspections. Congress enacted that provision to provide effectiveness and efficiency in our inspection operation, given the international and globalization of the drug supply. So I know we have used 706 authorities. 706 is just a number in the Act. We have used that authorities to request records prior to the current situation, and we do so predominantly to help us be more efficient during the inspection when we get there. And we are using it now. We do have a couple of 706 requests out to get information. We have used that provision almost exclusively in the advanced of inspection perspective. And we're certainly using it now to help us in places like China. That will help us to sort of triage how we go back in once the situation is a little more under control. So